Over the last 8 years in crypto, I've lost it all in my first cycle. But on the plus side, I've made 6 figures in the last 2 cycles. And SUI is one of my best investments to date. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. SUI has quietly become one of the best performing layer 1 altcoins over the last 12 months. In this video, we'll cover why SUI's 2024 growth is just the beginning, what makes it different from other L1s, how its ecosystem, led by a Meta-backed team, is aiming to rival Solana and even Ethereum. And finally, price prediction to see how high SUI could go in this bull cycle. Part 1. How did SUI perform in 2024? Because of keeping up to date with crypto daily, I was able to research SUI and get into SUI in June 2024 at just over $1. And as you're going to find out over the next few minutes, I feel the price will get much higher than the current $3. Let's start with the performance, because SUI isn't just trending, it's dominating when compared to other layer 1s. Since mid-September 2023, SUI has surged over 439% to its December 2024 highs. Even after pullbacks, it's still up 107%, and recently it just broke out again. But here's what's more important than the price: TVL. Total value locked on SUI flew up before the price did. That means people were using the network, locking in assets even before traders caught on. If you want to check the TVL for SUI or any other crypto you want to research, have a look at DeFi Llama. Now, I got this info from the House of Crypto, a brilliant crypto channel worth having a look at. This is a really valuable tool for us investors who can be asked with research. TVL is the blockchain equivalent of finding a town or city booming with jobs and infrastructure before housing prices catch up. Let me give you a real life example. 2 of my cousins purchased a flat in a rundown area in London in the early 2000s. A few years later, that same flat was right next to the now Olympic Village. Guess what happened to the price of this little flat? Smart money sees it early, and that's what's happening with SUI. Now we're seeing alignment with the growth in usage and price. That's the formula for sustained breakout potential. Part 2. What makes SUI different? SUI isn't just another fast blockchain. It's designed by Miston Labs, a team made up of former Meta engineers. These are the people behind Facebook's Libra project. So you're talking about a legit team worth looking at. They built SUI using the Move programming language, designed for speed, flexibility, and most importantly, security. Move is like Rust 2.0, the programming language that Solana uses. Developers love Move because it makes building dApps easier and safer. Here's the thing: SUI can process up to 297,000 transactions per second. That's miles ahead of Ethereum and even faster than Solana. And we saw how Solana performed in the last bull market. Now, I got into Solana at $3 in January 2021, and it eventually went up to $269. So that's a nice little 90x. I'm not expecting 90x of SUI, but the price will go up by a huge amount, which we'll cover in a little bit. SUI is constantly compared to Solana, and one of the reasons is the speed of both chains. But speed doesn't matter without applications, and that's where SUI is smashing it. Top tier DeFi projects like Navi and Scholar are building here. Deepbook, SUI's native order book, was built by Miston Labs themselves. And now we've got Walrus, a decentralized storage protocol that's going after a 91 billion market. And it's already integrating with AI, DeepIn, and real-world asset projects. If you want to dig deeper and really compare SUI with Solana, see below for a video I published just last year. Part 3. Token unlocks and FUD. Now, you might have heard the noise. SUI is dumping its tokens. The devs are cashing out. Just don't believe everything you hear. Even this video and my other videos, take my opinion, my experience with a pinch of salt. I'm just trying to help. But you might think I'm talking out of my ass, which is fair enough. On May the 1st, yes, 74 million tokens were unlocked. That's about 2% of the total supply. But here's what people miss. These are scheduled unlocks, and it's common for many chains. They go to long-term contributors, builders, validators, stakers. Most of these tokens aren't even liquid. They're not flooding exchanges. Plus, SUI already unlocks 64 million tokens a month. This isn't some surprise attack, it's part of the design. Bottom line, don't fall for the Twitter noise or any other noise. Understand the system and stay focused on the big picture. Before we push on with some of the more important info, this video, as always, isn't financial advice. Part 4, the 2025 bull run timeline. Now let's talk timing. Everyone wants to know, when will this bull run peak? If I'm being honest, no one knows, because no one has a crystal ball. You've got macro experts like Raoul Pal who are talking about forward-looking indicators, who know the stuff, who are experts, but even they don't really know. They have a good idea of where the market's heading, yes, but they can't call the exact top. Many are calling for late 2025. Other crypto influencers and crypto bros are starting to talk about early 2026. Some are saying the old 4-year cycle is broken. I'm not so sure. Because yes, it probably is all about liquidity, but the global M2 is tied to the 4-year business cycle and the 4-year crypto cycle. Huge countries like the US and China need to turn the money printers on this year to refinance their huge debts. So global M2 will increase significantly, and this means that some of that money will get to Bitcoin and crypto because more people will have money to spend. Banks will be more willing to give out business loans, etc., etc. As I keep banging on about, 2025 is all about taking profits. Again, see below and I'll leave a few videos all about taking profits. Part 5, how high can SUI go? I mentioned earlier that you might think I'm talking out of my ass. Well, I'm about to give you some speculative SUI prices, and I'm telling you that from now on, I will be talking out of my ass. And that's because no one really knows what the price of SUI will be, or any other crypto for that matter. Yes, I have price targets, but I'm not using crazy price targets to take profits. I'm using a time exit strategy. Anyway, let's see what the price of SUI could potentially get to in 2025. By December, SUI should have around 3.75 billion tokens in circulation. Scenario 1, the disappointment. Let's just say the total crypto market is 5 trillion by December 2025. For me, this is very conservative. SUI dominance gets to 0.5%. This means the SUI market cap gets to $25 billion. To get price, we divide market cap by total supply, so that would give us $6.66. This would be hugely disappointing for me personally. This is the bear case. If SUI doesn't scale or loses dev interest, this is where we land. It's still a gain, but let's just say I wouldn't be over the moon. Scenario 2, the more realistic play. Let's just say the total crypto market is 10 trillion by December. For me, this is very possible. SUI dominance gets to again 0.5%. This means the SUI market cap gets to $50 billion. To get price, we divide market cap by total supply, so that would give us $13.33. This is definitely possible and would mean a 13x for me personally, but I wouldn't wait for 13x. I would take 20% out of $5 and the rest over a set period of time to tie into my time exit strategy. Scenario 3, the moonshot. Let's just say the total crypto market cap is 15 trillion by December. For me, this isn't very likely, but still with crypto, anything is possible, especially when you listen to people like Raoul Pal. On that note, see below for a recent Raoul Pal video that will help to calm your nerves and will get you very excited for the rest of 2025 going into 2026. Anyway, back to this hopefully moonshot scenario. SUI dominance gets to 0.5%. This means the SUI market cap gets to $75 billion. And again, to get price, we divide market cap by total supply. So that would give us $20. This is a moonshot, but ignoring the way I've worked this out, with SUI dominance, etc., Solana got up to $80 billion in the last cycle. So it's definitely possible for SUI to get to around $75 billion. Given everything I've said in this video, especially when you think about the team, the network activity, etc., I can see SUI performance similar to Solana in 2021. I hope so anyway. What do you think? Can SUI match Solana and get up towards $75 billion? Let me know below. Summary. Seeing as though this video is all about SUI's price, I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm going somewhere between scenario 2 and scenario 3 at $15. That gives us a $56 billion total market cap for SUI, which I believe is very conservative. I'm being conservative because I don't want to let that greed creep in. I want to take actual profits that will make a difference to my family's life. This is why I'm confident. Elite dev team from Meta, growing on-chain ecosystem, real world use cases like Walrus and their sold out gaming console, huge community that has gone from strength to strength, top tier VC backing, etc., etc. But what do you think? Will SUI hit $15 or even $20? Will it beat Solana, or are we overhyping it? Let me know your prediction again in the comments. Now, let's just say you make really good profits with SUI, then what? Well, you need to decide what to do with your crypto profits. Guess what? If you look below, I have a video that gives you loads of different options, examples, so you can build wealth and push towards the all-important financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and if you've taken value, hit the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. Good luck in 2025.